Scuderia Ferrari is making moves in Formula One, and two clues make a fact. Our editorial team revealed a few days ago that the atmosphere within Ferrari's power unit division is not as serene as it might seem, based on the information reported by various Italian news media outlets, who operate in line with the basic principle of reporting facts rather than gossip. At the same time, a few days ago, Renault Chief Executive Officer Luca de Meo revealed that Ferrari's team principal, Frederic Vasseur, personally contacted him recently in order to hire some technicians from the Viry-Châtillon technology hub. Luca de Meo explained that the Viry-Châtillon facility will not be sold but will remain a strategic center for Renault, as it will be dedicated to other projects such as hydrogen and racing programs like WEC or the Dakar with Dacia. Renault's CEO explained that Frederic Vasseur reached out to request the possibility of recruiting some of Renault's technicians and asked if their gardening leave could be waived. Luca de Meo assured that there would be no job losses, but acknowledged that if any individuals were drawn to the opportunity of designing a Formula One power unit elsewhere, they would easily find new employment. He added that Renault would not stand in the way of their staff pursuing other opportunities. The end of the French manufacturer's Formula One power unit program, in terms of developing future power units, has unfortunately been official for days. The announcement was only made on September 30th, although the decision had been virtually expected for several months. In reality, the Parisian factory at Viry-Châtillon is quite redundant without Formula One, so it's easy to imagine that there could be excess staff. Ferrari, therefore, could, by flipping the situation, recruit some of the engineers from the French team, and it's not necessarily limited to French nationals, in order to strengthen some of Maranello's departments. However, by picking up employees from those who no longer have a role, it is quite clear that there would be no gardening period. F1 is undergoing a major phase of transformation in light of the 2026 regulatory revolution, and personnel movements are heavily influenced by the constraints of the mandatory stop period. So much so that there is discussion about abolishing the gardening period. It's clear that if there are opportunities to speed up transitions from one brand to another, some will try to seize every chance. Within the historic engine department of the French company, the second-generation power unit project was already in an advanced stage of development. A significant amount of know-how was at risk of being wasted. With Renault ending its Formula One engine production, the talents requested by Ferrari's team principal could become a valuable resource. It seems the French manufacturer is fully willing to cooperate in this regard. Therefore, there will be no obstacles to their future career paths, with the gardening leave waived, which is a critical factor that will allow the resources taken from Viry-Châtillon to be immediately operational at Maranello. Frederic Vasseur's move was very clever. Regardless of how good Renault's project was, bringing in expertise from a competitor and combining it with what is already being developed in Maranello is undoubtedly an invaluable asset. We are talking about a clear and unique wealth of knowledge, especially since, as declared by the CSE, namely the Viry-Châtillon Employees Association, the RE26 engine is already well developed and shows great promise in terms of performance for the 2026 F1 rules and technical regulations. It's important to highlight that Frederic Vasseur was the team principal of Renault in the 2016 season, before Luca de Meo took over the group. This experience allowed him to thoroughly understand the organization and the expertise of the Viry-Châtillon engineers. The technical market in Formula One has always been one of the fastest ways to acquire competitors' knowledge. This is a move many teams make when such an opportunity arises. Ferrari is therefore strengthening its racing department with French technicians, following the arrival of Loic Serra from Mercedes to Maranello as chassis technical director on October 1st, after a long gardening period. The insourcing between Viry-Châtillon and Maranello doesn't seem to be limited to just a few engineers. Typically, when a department undergoes a significant boost, there can be various reasons. In the case of Scuderia Ferrari, it's unlikely that this is due to a misjudgment in sizing the team working on the 2026 power unit program. However, several people have chosen to leave Ferrari, and the fact that Frederic Vasseur requested the ability to recruit multiple technicians with immediate availability fully confirms our report on Ferrari's need to strengthen its power unit department. Experience teaches us that turnover is a natural process in the F1 world. However, on specific strategic projects like the new power unit, the loss of technicians can be critical because it represents the most immediate form of knowledge transfer. Scuderia Ferrari is certainly not the social safety net for Renault's technicians after the mishaps made by the French group. Therefore, the arrival of a substantial group of senior engineers confirms that there have been defections in Ferrari's engine department, making this insourcing necessary. The arrival of experienced technicians who have inhabited Renault's factory in Viry-Châtillon over the last few years is either an opportunity or a challenge, depending on one's perspective. These resources will bring with them technical knowledge and expertise developed during the RE26 engine project. Of course, to clarify the matter, integrating these resources into the project that will produce Ferrari's new 067 engine, which will compete in the 2026 Formula One World Championship under the next set of rules and technical regulations, will not be immediate. This is due to the need for adaptation and understanding of the different methodologies and procedures in place within the sporting management of the legendary Maranello-based team. We will keep you updated on this move by Ferrari, which effectively strengthens the engine department as it prepares for the most significant challenge since the introduction of power units.